Wow. Wow. Anybody else getting jammed up? Anybody else frustrated? Well, we got the water. Drop Nation got the water. If you're over here, come over here. Enjoy the water. Enjoy the meal. Know that we got a tribe that this water is here for. We got food for the children. And, you know, I've been getting jammed up as well, man. All day I've been getting jammed up, man. Jam up Jones, man. It's like we going through a static field beyond Merc Retro. I'm getting jammed up with you. When we take that breath, we get our perspective back, and we keep the water flowing. So wherever you're at, keep the water flowing. Don't be too mind heavy. Let it go. All praise our framer, our shaper, our breath of security. That through it all, we remain secure. Through it all, we remain founded, firm, fixed, and immovable. Let's get it. So I've been surfing the wave. I've been surfing the wave with you. If you've been digging on them Tanakh only sessions, then you know we've been getting, real cozy with Joshua, man. Because we said, well, to keep making a reflection out of this man, we need to study him more. So let's read Joshua 3 and pay attention to the reflections, pay attention to the duplications in the New Test, the new testimony. And you're going to see many of them. The main thing to understand is that when something is a reflection, it is not the same thing. And love to Yosef the Real, man, who's been digging on these reflections like none other. He gets in and goes deep on pulling them all out. I'm saying he pulls them all out, man. Every Sunday, 7 o'clock Pacific time over here at 432thedrop.com. So let's read this Joshua. Let's make sure we got our water. Let's show we got our water. Yeah, man, we dropped this in 2017. The sounds of Hawaii, Judah, Utah. 9-minute meditation. So every 9 minutes, I'm going to have to refresh. So every 9 minutes, just send me one of them telepathic messages. Drop, refresh the water, because we need that water. All right, let's go, man. And Joshua rose early in the morning, and they removed from Shittim and came to the Jordan, he and all the children of Israel. And they lodged there before they passed over. And it came to pass after 3 days that the officers went through the midst of the camp. And they commanded the people, saying, when you see the ark of the covenant of Ahchwa, the priest of the Levites, bearing it, then you shall remove from your place and go after it. Yet there shall be a space between you and it, about 2,000 cubits by measure. Come not near unto it, that you may know the way by which you must go, for you have not passed this way before hitherto. And Joshua said to the people, sanctify yourselves, right? Yeshua is saying what? Sanctify yourselves. For tomorrow, Hawa will do wonders among you. Right? Don't that sound like Moshe talk? So he's about to have his own priest King Moshe moment. Other than slaying the dog heads and the giants, he's about to perform these wonders. Now, they don't talk about Joshua being a prophet, and you got to ask yourself why. Because the more they build up this prophet Joshua, the more he looks like Jesus, the reflection, Jesus. A reflection is not the same thing, Khan. You have to say, why are they reflecting his attributes? Because just like Moshe is doing wonders, Joshua's doing wonders, man. Right? Over there, you got Jesus walking on water. Okay. Healing people and stuff. Over here, you got Joshua about to part the waters and make the sun stand still, right? He also makes the sun stand still. He says, hold up, I ain't done slaying the hijack. I need more light. Joshua makes the sun stand still and parts the waters of the Jordan. I thought only Moshe was parting waters. Remember when Moshe laid his hands on Joshua at the end of Deuteronomy? That's why you got the prophecy of Joshua in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Remember we got that? Go get that. Go get that drop, the prophecy of Joshua. We were reading in the Dead Sea Scrolls, the prophecy of Joshua. And of whom does Joshua prophesy? Joshua prophesies about the son of Jesse reigning over Israel. Joshua prophesies about David in the Dead Sea Scroll. That's not the reflection doing it, right? Because that would make no sense. Right? I mean, pull out that drop. Because that Joshua, that Yeshua, that Yahweh over there wants to be at the right hand. All power has been given to me. That's why we got to pay attention to the phantoms and the duplication. Because David's at the right hand. Sit at my right hand while I make your enemies my footstool. Why they had to switch it up? Because now we're just talking Prester John. Who is Prester John? Who is Priest King forever? We know we got a strong Moshe and David connection. It might be the same, one and the same. Dodging the hijack of the timelines, name changes and titles, performing miracles, slicing and dicing giants and dog heads. I mean, yeah. Same frequency. Priest King. So you're going to feel the same ancient love song, the Priest King flow, the Priest King frequency as we read this and know that there's been a hijack, a reflection, and you're going to see attributes of the reflection and where the source is of the water. Because Drop Nation got the water. Make sure we got our water. We'll let go. Verse 2, and it came to pass after 3 days, the officers went through the midst of the camp. And they commanded the people, saying, when you see the ark of Hawa, the priest of the Levites, bearing it, then you should remove your place and go after it. All right, but there will be a space between you, right, so that you would know the way, because you ain't gone this way before. Verse 5, and Joshua said unto the people, sanctify yourselves, for tomorrow Ahchwa will do wonders, miracles, signs among you. This is Joshua, Yeshua, Yahweh, right? Well, who's the real Yahweh then? Because when they speak Yahweh on the camps, or when our Hebrew brothers speak Yahweh, they're not talking about this ancient love song, even when they say they are. Different frequency. You can feel the vibration. You can feel the vibration change and switch up. They're not talking about this Joshua here doing wonders when they say Yahweh. They're talking Jesus. And we don't let our foot off the neck bone of that hijack, Jesus. Because you need to see, when we talk wonders, we're talking miracles. This Joshua doing miracles, performing miracles through the energy of Ahchwa. Verse 6, and Joshua, Yeshua, Yahweh, however you want to translate it, spoke unto the priest, saying, take up the ark of the covenant and pass on before the people. And they took up the ark of the covenant and went before the people. And Ahchwa said unto Joshua, directly, you don't get that over there, this love song, this love story between father and son, right? Seed of Ahchwa, the Noon, son of Noon, the seed, where they're having a conversation. Over there, you just got Jesus saying, I come in my Father's name, call on me. All power's been given to me. Call on my name. Go through me to get to the Father. If you don't go through me, you can't get to the Father. That's a different frequency. None of our prophets talk like that. No priest king is talking like that. That's Jesus. But in verse 7, Ahchwa said unto Yeshua, this day I will begin to magnify you in the sight of all Israel. See, Ahchwa magnifies Joshua, Yeshua, in the sight of all Israel. The real Yeshua, the real Joshua, not the reflection, the phantom, and the duplication. Ahchwa magnifies his seed in the sight of all Israel and the hijack, that they may know that as I was with Moses, I will be with you. That's why Moses laid his hands on Joshua, the prophet. Read the prophecy of Joshua in the Dead Sea Scroll. But now Ahchwa is saying, just like I rock with Moses, I'm rocking with you. Did he say that to Jesus? Did he say that to Jesus? Phantoms, duplications. And you shall command the priest that bear the ark of the covenant, saying, when you are come to the brink of the waters of the Jordan, you shall stand in the Jordan. And Joshua said unto the children of Israel, Yeshua said unto the children of Israel, come here, hear the words of Ahchwa. Hereby you shall know that the living power is among you, and that he will without fail drive out from before you the Canaanite, dog-headed, cynocephaly, Canaanite, Hittite, Hivite, Perizzite or Parasite, Girgashite, Amorite, and the Jebusite. So Ahchwa's going to drive out all the hijacks. Now in chapter 9, we're going to get that too. Joshua makes a covenant. with these hijacks. Why? We're going to read why he made the covenant with them, and we're going to read what the covenant is about and what they got out of it. Now, we know Joshua has a covenant with Ahchwa. That's not the, when I say covenant, he made a deal, right? So he made a deal with these hijacks. How did he get to the point of making a deal with them? That they would get more life. Because that's what they got. So when the Moors called Joshua the robber, just know that he gave you something. He gave you more life by making a covenant to not slay you no more. But let's go. Phantoms, duplications. How's our water? Anybody say drop check your water? Okay, I appreciate that, y'all. Y'all send me that telepathic message. I appreciate that. Let's go. Behold, verse 11, the ark of the covenant of Ahchwa of all the earth passes on before you over the Jordan. Now therefore take you 12 men, right? Oh boy, out of the tribes of Israel. Phantoms, duplication. Because over there you got 12 apostles, but they're just getting picked out and plucked out. Fishers of men, right? Over here you got 12 men being plucked out of for every tribe a man. That makes more sense, right? Everybody gets heard. Everyone got a vote. Every tribe is represented in the 12. Phantoms, duplications. Man, Joseph the real, man. What he do? Joseph the real, man. He be on them phantoms and duplications. I can't stop saying it, man. It's too good. It sounds too good. It's too good to me. It's getting real good, tribe. Remember all that static you was going through? You don't feel that shit no more, do you? Because you done ethered up by now. You got to this point, you done ethered up. Let's go. And it shall come to pass when the soles of the feet of the priests that bear the ark of Ahchwa of all the earth, shall rest in the waters of the Jordan, that the waters of the Jordan shall be cut off. Uh-oh. We got waters being cut off, just like with Moses and the Exodus. But this is Yeshua. This is Yahweh. Does this Yahweh say you must come through me to get to Ahchwa? Does this Yahweh Yeshua, HaMashiach, does he say, if you don't call on my name, you can't get to Ahchwa? Or is he too busy slaying the hijack to be on that play? To be walking around just talking to people and doing stuff? He has stuff to do. He ain't got time for no conversation with the hijack. He ain't got time to be on that play. He got giants to slay. He got a whole land full of lots to divide for the tribe. He has 12 men to receive from each tribe. Phantoms, a duplications. Now what happens with this water? Because the water is now being what? Cut off. Even the waters that come down from above, and they shall stand in one heap. This is a miracle, my people. Can you make the water stop at a certain point? Even the waters from above, can you stop the waterfalls from falling? Whose power stops the water? Stops the mem? Whose power controls the mem with a commandment? I don't see the hijack stopping the water like this. I don't think the hijack got the drop on the water. And it came to pass that when people removed from their tents to pass over the Jordan, the priests that bore the ark of the covenant being before the people, and when they that bore the ark were come unto the Jordan, and the feet of the priests that bore the ark were dipped in the brink of the water, for the Jordan overflows all its banks all the time of the harvest. I mean, that's a side note, just so you know, this is a miracle. But he already told him, fall back, because Hawa's about to perform wonders. Oh, yeah. And Hawa already told Joshua, this day I will magnify you in the sight of all Israel. I'm asking you the question, Shabbatah. How come they don't magnify Joshua no more? And when we finally magnify Joshua, now we got to try to, merge him and bridge him and synchronize him into a poo sandwich. Because it's disrespectful to go to the New Testament and say that Jesus' words are Joshua's words. Prove it, man. It's disrespectful. It's hating on Joshua. It's bearing false witness against the Creator and Joshua to say those are his words in red over there. Turn the other cheek. Turn the other cheek. All power's been given to me. Go through me. Call on me. I'm at the right hand. Does this Joshua? Does this Yeshua? Is this Joshua that Hawa is talking to directly? In this vibration that you've read so far, would he ever say such a thing as, I'm at the right hand of Hawa? He's my father. If you ain't in the goods with me, you'll never be in the goods with my father. You know what I'm saying. Would this frequency, say that? Would it come out of the ancient love song? Because this frequency right here has just stopped the waters from flowing. And just so you know, for the Jordan overflows all its banks at the time of the harvest, that the waters which came down from above stood and rose up in one heap, a great way off from Adam, the city that is beside Zarathan, and those that went down towards the sea of Arabah, even the salt sea. Wow. Got you thinking about the Salt Lake, huh? The Salt Sea got you thinking about the Salt Lake, huh? You got that water. Drop Nation got that water. We got that water. Drop Nation got that water. Natural by law, what it do? I can't take my foot off the neck bone of the hijack, man. It feels too good to me. I'm in my Joshua flow. Feel like I got that glow. I see clearly. We see clearly. Drop Nation. Dragon on the wall. You're reading and you're flowing, whether you look at it as a story or allegory, just go off the vibe you're getting of the story, right? So, and just know that why these stories being flipped and hijacked and reflected on. When they gave us a New Testament, they gave us a God spell, right? 4 of them with different perspectives of this Yeshua, who's now telling you, render unto Caesar what is Caesar. You say, is that the same flow of Joshua? who's parting the waters and commanding the sun to stand still? Is that the same flow of Joshua? Hold up, man. I need some water. Is that the same flow of Joshua slaying the giants and the dog-head Canaanites? Cephali? Would he say, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's? All power has been given to me. See, the entire New Testament is the Jesus show. That's the Jesus show. That's the Supernaga show. He contains attributes of many priests, kings, and prophets. Ezekiel's, you know what I'm saying, to the priest king David's, you know what I mean, to the Joshua's, to the Moshe's. He contains many attributes, and you see them clearly now. They had to put them all together. Edris, they had to put them all together to form a Supernaga that will steal your heartbone, man. Switch you up in a moment. You see a nigga switch up in a moment, oh boy, it's the Kanye West show. If you screaming out the same frequency as Kanye West, you might have a motherfucking problem. You might need an intervention, dog. You on that Kanye West shit? You might need an intervention, dog. Because you call on the same guy. We know that Joshua's prophesying. But he ain't prophesying, about, everyone, seeing him come down, right? He's prophesying about the son of Jesse raising. He's prophesying about David rising. And that's a whole other flow when you talk the ancient love song, man. So we're just surfing the wave. The salt sea. So everything was being held back. All the waters that were dropping above stood and rose up in one heap. So these waters are being split apart. Even into the salt sea were wholly cut off. The waters are being wholly cut off. And the people passed over. Come on, man. This is Joshua. This is Yahawashah. This is Yeshua HaMashiach. The people passed over right against Jericho. So we always, again, I'm reading this to highlight, man, just the wonders that Hawa does through the prophet Joshua, Yeshua, or whatever you want to call it, Yahawashah. But, when we speak of this priest king, we speak of this priest king, pure water, without synchronizing it or fusing it into any hijack poo sandwich, you know what I'm saying? And you need to know that this priest king, his light has been dimmed. You don't call him a prophet no more. You don't say, oh, the miracles that were done through Joshua. All praise the Most High, that Hawa personally, and Hawa said unto Joshua, this day will I begin to magnify you in the sight of all Israel. You don't have this stamp of approval in none of the Gospels. Why drop nation? Why don't you have this stamp of approval for Jesus? Because everything that you're hearing about Jesus is written through the perspective of Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. So you don't have Hawa speaking directly to Joshua. How the hell would they know? How would they be there whenever Hawa speaks to Joshua? So Matthew can't talk on this. Mark can't speak on it. John can't whisper to it, man. Luke can't even breathe on it, man. Joshua's in a whole other frequency when he's speaking directly to Ahchwa. Those four gospels can't speak on nothing direct happening between Joshua and the Creator. So at least if you look at it from a story or even an allegorical perspective, if you wish, you have a first-person account where Ahchwa is speaking directly unto Joshua, or at least an account of a direct contact between Joshua and Ahchwa. And then you have this account through Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. And whoever's writing on their behalf and all this. And that's when you get into the Pisos. And that's when you get into the Marcions. That's when you get into the Romans or the Pauls or the Marco Polos. Paulo. No, it's Paul, Marco Paul. Why do they hide the fact that it's not Marco Polo, it's Marco Paul? Another traveling, navigating, record-keeping, writing. Love to type battle. Drop something in my email a while back on that. I got to get back to that. Marco Polo being Paul, man. So all this stuff crumbles. The whole matrix, the whole synthetic flow crumbles because there's no connection over there directly. So when we talk reflections, again, the reflection can't be the same thing. Your image in the mirror is not you. So if that image starts getting a voice, he ain't speaking on my behalf. Can you dig it? If someone creates a story about drop later, he ain't speaking on my behalf. We got that water. Drop Nation got that water. All right. I'm just making sure it's all clear. I'm making sure it's all coming together. Loud, wow. All right. Let's get it. There we go. All right, we good. Oh, wow. We talking magnifying. We're just talking tribal. 12 men out the tribes of Israel. We're just talking tribal. So that's why I keep going back and forth so that you can see clearly and so that we can keep going through it and going through it and going through it to feel the vibration of what tribal is, right? Other than, what they got Jesus over there just plucking men out, I'm a fisher of men. But here it's tribal, 12 men out of the tribes. Every tribe, a man. So you can pluck out the attributes of Joshua, but you can't pluck out tribal. Even if you say, I'm only here for Israel. Well, show me. Bring Israel to the land. Free Israel, priest king. We talking Jesus? Free Israel, man. Nah, one day. Every literal priest king leads you to your land, man. That's part of the plan. Not thousands of years later, you see. So this is the flow we're talking about. There's no separation. All right. Okay. Oh, it's an Anunnaki video. Yeah. I gotta finish watching that. Yeah. But right now, we got the water. Make sure you're in the drop chatter, because the password is still 1234 to get through the door. Right now we're in the Tanakh only session. So as I'm literally digging on it with you right now, it's being broadcasted. The same, the same chapter I'm reading right here is being broadcasted for the tribe all across the planet. I'm talking to the tribe because it's tribal. City that is beside Zarethan, and those that went down towards the sea of Arabah, even the salt sea, were wholly cut off, and the people passed over right against Jericho, and the priest that bore the ark of the covenant of Ahchwa stood firm on dry ground in the midst of the Jordan, while all Israel passed over on dry ground, until all the nations were passed clean over the Jordan. Allow Ahchwa. Ahchwa. Allow Ahchwa. So we ain't just talking about it, we bees about it, man. We up in here, drop chatting. What it do, man? 9 Ether, on Ka Pa Cow. JG, that's JG in the Bronx, man. He's over here, man, just tribing up, you know. Ty Battle dropping that drop. Yeah. Let's go, man. What it do? Try. Always gotta get an A-hop to the real ones, man. All right, let's get it then. Yeah, I got JG. I got the chief up in the building, man. So we know what's popping. So the waters were wholly cut off, and the people passed over right against Jericho, and the priest that bore the ark of the covenant of Ahchwa stood firm. Now, in chapter 9, we're going to talk about another covenant. Another covenant. This is a covenant again no one's really talking about. But it's something worth paying attention to because it gave them more life. This covenant in chapter 9 gave them more life. Let's go. The priest that bore the ark of the covenant of Ahchwa stood firm on dry ground in the midst of the Jordan, while all Israel passed over on dry ground until all the nation were passed over clean. Hold up. Before we get to 1 King, another time we get there. So again, all Israel, man. All right. Come on, man. Yeah, I know it's getting good to you too. All Israel passed over on dry ground in the middle of the Jordan. Remember Horace Butler, I think he says the Jordan's the Atlantic or part of the Atlantic. I mean, this is a major waterway. This is major water. Waterfalls are ceasing. The waters are standing up. The waters rose up. Even the water that came down from above, all right, they shall stand. So everything stood. The waters came down from above, stood, and rose up. So this is a miracle popping off through Ahchwa, you know what I'm saying, with Joshua, you know what I'm saying, with Yeshua. Not just walking on water, but ceasing the waters, just like he ceased the sun he said, sun, stop moving. He's told the water to stop moving. The water stopped moving. And he already told him, hey, the Lord said to Ahchwa said to Yeshua, this day will I begin to magnify you. So Ahchwa already told him he's going to be magnified. And what did Joshua say to the children of Israel? Come here, hear the words of Ahchwa, your power. Hereby you shall know that the living power is among you, that he will without fail drive out from before you all these hijacks. What did Joshua say? He said Ahchwa's going to do wonders. Sanctify yourself, Joshua said, for tomorrow Ahchwa will do wonders. And what's the wonder? He stopped the water. And we got that water. Give me some more water. Let's go. Because we about to hit up Joshua 9 for the dismount. You know, I was getting jammed up today too. I mean, it's been, you know, a lot of jam ups, a lot of static. And you might feel like that too, you know. So I'm sharing, even in the time of static, I'm over here checking in with y'all to let y'all know that it's real and that we can ether up together. So that's what we're doing right now. At this moment, it's ethering up. Joshua chapter 9. All right, so we got Joshua performing miracles, right? You got in Deuteronomy at the end, Moses laying his hands on Joshua. You got in the Dead Sea Scrolls, Joshua prophesying on David, that David will rise. That's not that Jesus frequency, right? This ain't no Kanye West. It's clear separation. Clear separation. Oh, man. Oh, we got Karen Mayo in the building. Oh, man, what it do, man? Shalom. Karen Mayo. Hey, to the tribe. Shabbat. All right, man. Hold on, man. Bro, I sent you the recording a couple hours ago. Okay. Con. Can't wait to dig on it. What it do, though? This how we act, man. This how we talk, man. How's your Zion? You know what I mean? I want to know how the bro's doing. I want to know how his Zion is, man. All right, man. Don't worry about it. We're just surfing the wave, man. Live, man. We live, man. We live. The classroom's just opening up. Ahchwa, you know what I'm saying? It's all happening right here. Tanakh only sessions, real spill. Let's go, man. We just getting started. We just keeping the water flowing. We got that water. Drum Nation got that water. We in here, man. Hey, we just getting started. This is the beginning of our design. You know what I mean? It's to have our own secluded alcove. You feel me? So we could be doing this on YouTube and have whatever hundreds or whatever we got over here. These 18 listeners are, you know what I'm saying, certified wave surfers. You know what I mean? We're building with certified wave surfers that's separating from YouTube, saying, you know what, I'm going to go enjoy this. I'm going to go enjoy the drop. You know what I mean? And by the time showtime hits, hey, man, everybody's over here in the secluded alcove. So right now they're enjoying the Tanakh only sessions. You know what I mean? Just like we just been kicking. Ahchwa to the real ones, man. Let's go. Hold up, man. Yeah, back in the ether, man. Ahchwa. Red one. Ready for your class. Hey, man, class is in session, man. Class is in sessions. Come surf the wave, man. Let's get it, man. Joshua chapter 9. Now, we talked about the covenant with the Ark of the Covenant. Now, what covenant did Joshua make with the hijack, and what did it mean? Let's get it for the dismount. We got the water. Carameo. And it came to pass when all the kings that were beyond the Jordan, in the hill country, in the lowland, and all on the shore of the great sea in front of Lebanon, the Hittite, the Amorite, the Canaanite, Sinus-Sophali, the Perizzite, the Hivite, the Jebusite, heard thereof. Now remember, Remember, these were the same that in Joshua 3, Hawa say he's going to drive them all out, right? So here we go with the same group of hijack. And they gathered themselves together to fight with Joshua and with Israel. So now, Hawa says he's going to drive them out. What happened? They're still here, gathering together to fight with Joshua and with Israel on one accord. So they tribed up on you. Now they want to fight Joshua the robber, right? Let's go. Love to carry mail, man, because the bros dropping such important work right now and all the time. You know what I'm saying? So he's dropping on these same, the same confederacy. The same confederacy, slicing the hijack. Same way Joshua's been doing. Same way Moshe been doing. Same way David been doing. Caramel's doing the same thing. This is what we were doing. This is what this is all about. It's a frequency war. And when the inhabitants of Gibeon heard what Joshua had done unto Jericho and another city, Ai, they also did work willingly and went and made as if they had been ambassadors. So when they heard with Joshua, when they heard the work Joshua put in, they said, you know what? We might not want to go head up. We might not want none of that smoke. So let's do some trickery. Let's play some trickery. So what did they do? They acted as if they were just ambassadors. And they took old sacks, or they had went and made as if they had been ambassadors. Wow. They took old sacks upon their donkeys, right? And wineskins worn and rent and patched up. So they put on some old clothes. Because remember, these are supposed to be the kings of all these nations. This is supposed to be the royals. These were the royals of the nations. And they dressed like they were poor, so Joshua didn't slice them up. They put on worn shoes, clouded upon their feet, worn garments upon them, and all the bread of their provision was dry and was become crumbs. And they went to Joshua unto the camp of Gilgal, and said unto him and to the men of Israel, we are come from a far country. Now they lying. Now therefore make you a covenant with us. See, when I say Joshua made a covenant in chapter 9, I'm not saying he made a covenant to serve nobody. He made a deal. Why did Joshua make this deal with all these hijacks, right? With all these hijacks that Hawa was supposed to drive out. Remember, they spared some people, right? Now they come back to fight Joshua, and then they heard about what he did. When they heard what Joshua had done in Jericho, they said, yeah, let's try this. Let's act like we poor, and let's just say, please make a deal with us that you won't kill us. Make a deal you won't kill us, Joshua. We are come from a far country, Joshua. Make you a covenant with us, man. Don't kill us, man. And the men of Israel said unto the Hivites, peradventure, or what if you dwell among us, and how should we make a covenant with you? What if you don't come from a far country? What if you're some of them hijacks dwelling among us? How in the world shall we make a covenant with you? And they said unto Joshua, we are your servants, man. Don't trip. We're your servants. And Joshua said unto them, who are you, and where do you come from? And they said unto him, from a very far country. Trust me, man, we're nowhere near you. We're from very far. Your servants are come because the name of Hawa, your power. Now they're swearing falsely by the name of Hawa. That's what taking Hawa's name in vain really means. To take Hawa's name in vain means to swear falsely by the name of Hawa. To say Hawa wants us to come through a Hamashiach in the New Testament is swearing falsely by the name of Hawa. For them to say, oh, we come because your power, oh, because of the name of your power, we have heard the fame of him and all that he did in Egypt, all that he did to the two kings. So because we heard the name of your powers while we come, as if our power gave them soft hearts, right? They're swearing falsely by the name of the Creator. But we heard all that he did to the two kings of the Amorites. Yeah, they heard because they heard what Joshua did unto Jericho and Ai. And they said, we heard everything he did to the Amorites that were beyond the Jordan. They also heard that Joshua just commanded the waters to stand still. Joshua just commanded the waters to stand still. That's what they heard. That's why they're afraid. And he's been slicing and dicing the Canaanites, the hijacks, even the giants, to Sihon, king of Heshbon, to Og, king of Bashan. The giants were slain by Joshua. Oh, they heard something. They heard about Joshua. They heard how he slices up the giants who was at Asherah. And our elders and all the inhabitants of our country spoke to us, saying, take provisions in your hand for the journey. Go to meet them and say unto them, we are your servants. Now make you a covenant with us. This our bread we took hot for our provision of our houses on the day we came forth to go unto you. But now, remember, these are rich black people. This is the boule, right? These are rich black people scared to death of the Hebrew power, right? Of Joshua, Hawashua, not Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach of the New Testament, Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach of the Tanakh, not the phantom duplication reflection, but the ancient love song, the reality, the real spill. They heard about the real spill. They didn't hear about turn the other cheek Jesus. They heard about slice and dice Joshua, that Yahweh Shai, that Yeshua HaMashiach. Khan, we are your servants. Make a covenant with us. They wanted a covenant. So how did they trick Joshua? This is our bread we took hot for our provisions from our house. But yo, behold, it is dry, it's become crumbs. We're so poor. These wineskins which we fill were new. And behold, they are rent, and these are garments, and our shoes are worn by reason of the long journey. And the men took of their provision, and asked not counsel. Here was the mistake, right? They didn't ask counsel at the mouth of Hawa. So they just believed them. They didn't go to Hawa for reassurance. Remember, Joshua was speaking directly with the Creator. Why didn't Joshua go back to the Creator and say, what it do? Instead, he said, all right, man. And Joshua made peace with them. Joshua made peace with the royals. Joshua made peace with the Moor. Joshua made peace with the Canaanite, Perizzite, Hivite, Jebusite. Psalms 83 Confederacy played some trickery. And instead of asking for counsel from Hawa, Joshua made peace with them. And Joshua made a covenant with them. To do what? Let them live. He gave them more life. He gave them more life. He made a covenant with them more. that they will live. So when the Moors are calling Joshua the robber, Joshua made peace with you. He didn't do it willingly. I mean, you tricked him. He should have asked for counsel from Hawa's mouth, because he was speaking to Hawa. And thus he made peace with the hijack. He made a covenant with the hijack to let them live. And the princes of the congregation swore unto them. And it came to pass at the end of 3 days after they had made a covenant with them, that they heard that they were their neighbors. He heard, oh, no, these are the hijacks. They tricked us. They fooled us. We should have asked for counsel. They fooled us. These are the same ones that dwelt among us. And the children of Israel journeyed and came into the cities on the 3rd day. Now the cities were Gibeon, Keparah, Barah, Kiriath, Jearim. And the children of Israel smote them not. So Hawa said, drive them out. But the children of Israel smote them not, because the princes of the congregation had sworn unto them by Hawa. They made a covenant. Don't call Joshua the robber when he made a covenant to keep you alive, so that we can now have a more conversation. The children of Israel smote them not. Man, I need that water, because Drop Nation got the water. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Loud, wow. Let's get it for the dismount. So because of this covenant, because of this peace, because of this covenant Joshua made with them, to let them live, that they swore. The Khans, right? The Khans, right? The Khans swore. And the children of Israel smote them not, because the princes of the congregation had sworn unto them by Hawa, the power of Israel. And all the congregation murmured against the princes, but all the princes said unto the congregation, we have sworn unto them by Hawa. What can we do? It's too late now. We can't swear by Hawa. When they came over and said make a covenant, they knew that we're bound. And they went to Joshua and to the camp of Gilgal and said unto him and the men of Israel, we are come from a far country. Now therefore make a covenant with us. When you made that covenant, and they know it, with your creator and their creator, but not the power they serve. When you make a covenant, it's for real, for real. And once that happened, they knew that you were trapped in their frequency, and that the parasite can now live, man, because you gave them life, man. We gave them life, man. We let them live. Khan. We have sworn unto them by Hawa, the power of Israel. Therefore, we cannot touch them. Therefore, we cannot touch them. The covenant with the hijack allowed them to live, that they cannot be touched. This we will do to them. Let them live, lest wrath be upon us because of the oath Let Hawaii deal with it then. Since we can't touch them, let Hawaii deal with it then, which we swore unto them. And the princes said concerning them, let them live, so that they may be hewers of wood and drawers of water unto all the congregation, as the princes had spoken concerning them. So let them live so that they can be our slaves, our servants. We can't kill them, make them our servants. And Joshua called for them, and he spoke to them and saying, wherefore have you beguiled us? Why you tricked me, man? I loved you. I gave you love, man. And Joshua called for them, and he spoke to them. Why did you beguile us? Why did you fool me? We are far from you when you are dwelling among us, you the hijack. Now therefore you are cursed. Oh, Moab and Amorites, all the hijack. You could live, but you're cursed now. What's the curse? And there shall never fail to be of you. There shall never fail to be of you bondmen, servants, both hewers of wood, drawers of water for the house of my power. So all those Jebusites, Amorites, all the Confederacy supposed to serve and be servants to the house, not just serve the Creator, but serve the children. And they answered Joshua and said, because it is certainly told your servants how Hawa has commanded his servant Moses to give you all the land. Huh? Don't you see, my people? This is what it's all about even today. It's about all the land. We'll make our dismount right here with all the land, because it is certainly told to us, your servants, that Hawa commanded Moses to give you all the land. That's why they bitter to this day. To this day, they bitter because you got all the land. And to destroy all the inhabitants of the land from before you. So we're supposed to be destroyed because we're inhabiting your land, because you got all the land. Therefore, we were so afraid for our lives because of you, and have done this thing. We were just so scared. And now, behold, we are in your hand, and it seems good and right unto us to do, and it seems good and right unto you to do unto us, do. And of course, they got to say that because they know one day they're going to trick something else and trick someone else, and therefore they won't have to be servants. They think they can trick their way out of this. You're talking about the jackal, right? You're talking about the Canaanite. You're talking about the dog heads. You're talking about the Moor.
Wow.
Oh, wow. For the dismount right here. We were so afraid, Joshua. We heard all that Hawa commanded you to do. You were going to slice and dices. We heard you were parting the waters. We heard y'all was walking through the river Jordan on dry land. We heard you were slaying Og and the giants and the dog heads. We heard all that stuff you did in Jericho. We heard it. Hawa. So if you want to make us slaves, cool. And Joshua made them that day hewers of wood and drawers of water for the congregation, for the cons, for the altar of Hawa unto this day, to this day, in the place which he should choose, wherever Hawa chooses, to this day, unto this day. So what covenant did Joshua make with the hijack? He made a covenant with the Hittites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, the Jebusites, the Moorish nations, with permission of the pharaohs, the Atlantean hijacks. He made it a covenant. He was tricked into making a covenant that gave them life. Just like the eating your dragons, he made a covenant with them to let them live. Now imagine if he wasn't fooled and he slayed all of these hijacks when he should have slayed them. Do you think they would have still been around? You think they still would have been around to make a treaty of peace and friendship in the 1700s, 1787 or something, right? You think they'll still be around to help the parasite come over here and get cozy and take your lands? You think all that would have progress? You think it'll be all happening like this? So when Ahchwa gives us a commandment, we got to be thorough. And we always got to seek counsel. It's all about seeking counsel from Ahchwa. Joshua made peace with them. And the men took of their provisions and asked not counsel from the mouth of Ahchwa, the mouth. So we always got to seek counsel when we deal with hijacks. Don't ask why we're not on the internet today talking about what we're doing on our land, what we're building, where you can meet us to do this and where you can meet us to do that. We got to understand you need to seek counsel. Because Ahchwa's putting this together, not us. Seek counsel from Ahchwa of what to do and how to vibe and how to tribe, not just to us that you are, observing through what they call the internet, but to your brothers and sisters near you, you know what I'm saying? And just know that you got brothers and sisters across the plain that are tribing up to build a true, salvation, you know what I'm saying? To build something that will be our shelter, to be a canopy, like Leviathan scales. We got to build us a canopy like Leviathan scales, man. So it's all happening. We appreciate the tune-up. We appreciate the vibe up. And the water continues to flow, man, because it's all we got. It's all we got, man. The water, Drop Nation, you got the water. Yeah, I really wanted to, vibe with y'all with that. Really pay attention and magnify the situation with Joshua literally splitting the ocean, literally splitting the water so that the entire tribe can cross safely. All praise Ahchwa. That Ahchwa said, I'm going to magnify you in the sight of all Israel. And just like I rock with Moses, I'm going to rock with you. That's certified, stamp of approval. And you can dodge the hijacks when you talk Jesus and reflections in the New Testament because they don't have that stamp of approval. Ahchwa's not telling them, hey, let me magnify you in the sight of all Israel. All the miracles he's doing don't have nothing on Joshua making the sun stand still. All the miracles he's doing ain't got nothing on Moshe and definitely ain't got nothing on Joshua parting the waters, slaying giants. Jesus ain't slaying nobody, right? Turn the other cheek. So don't let no one tell you that that's the same frequency and Jesus is Joshua and let me just move on about it. Nah, man. You say Jesus is Joshua, you better sit us down and prove it. Those are his words, you better prove it. Because this Joshua don't really need many words. He's a hijack slayer. And Ahchwa, in his words, is magnifying Yeshua. Yahawashai. You saying high messenger, Hamashiach? Yes, we have many. And Joshua was one of them. He's one of the high messengers in the order of Melchizedek. I'm just talking priest king. Who is Prester John? Allahuwa. All praise, our eternal flow, water, security, foundation, salvation, the truth, the real spill flowing like the mem. Allahuwa to our creator, the Wada tribe, the Wada Shabbatah, for having a great ether up moment as I was being jammed up, as I'm going through static. I know that you could feel it too. And that's why I came like this, man. Like, we'll get back into, our investigation of all kind of things. I think we're going to go into that OWASP next. I know Confresh is going to love that. We're going to go into that OWASP next and just dig on it. And then get back into the dog-headedness, sharp-toothedness. Dig on the cure to the dog heads, the guacum, or the balsam, love to Jackie Anthony. And guess what? We got a beautiful vibration to kick, leading back to Prester John number 50. And we're taking off from there, man. And Ahab, it took this long just to get cozy again, with the flow in many ways. And going through the static, as difficult as it may seem, it's only giving you more power, more energy to get cozy. When it's time to be cozy above all chaos, you're going to have to find it within yourself to be cozy. It's not going to be your money making you cozy. It's not going to be your friends making you cozy. You're going to have to find that coziness inside of you, which is Hawa. That's what we're all training up for, to be cozy even through the chaos. You want real freedom, you're going to have to witness, the transition. There ain't never been no revolution, without a serious transition. So get out the fuzzies and learn to be cozy within the ether. Ahab to the ether squad, Ahab to the tribe. Everyone dropping it on the day to make us cozy. We appreciate you. Dragons on the wall, Ahab for keeping the water flowing for Drop Nation and 432 to Drop Radio. I feel better. How about you? Allahuwa for the ether up. We keep the water flowing. The waters of Hawa Uda, Judah, Udall. Keep it flowing, tribe. Keep it flowing. Y'all make sure you get the app because we got some great drop from Kerry Mayo tonight. You know what I'm saying? He already said he dropped it, so I'm going to check it right now and get it ready for that 7 o'clock slot. Yohanatan Hebrew Prince is just now dropping on us, man. Love to Yohanatan. Way out there in Virginia. We got Virginia fam. Love to the D-Town, man. Motown, Detroit City. Tecumseh dropped it last night. His premiere. You know what I'm saying? Herbs. Magic and herbs, man. I love it, man. Ahab, bro. Tecumseh. Yeah, man. Yohanatan Hebrew Prince, man, is dropping it. So get the app. Make sure you download the app. You can go to the website to do it, or you can get it from here when you see it, and just keep flowing with us, man. Just keep flowing because you got that water. Drop Nation, Allahuwa for the water. We keep it flowing. The mem continues. Hawa.